Hello, my name is Daniel. I would like to give a testimony on how awesome and powerful our Jesus Christ is and how He came into my life and changed it forever. I hope I can bless Him in this testimony. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. To begin, I was in a dark place back in the beginning of November, and I had began praying to God to come into my life and help me. He did, so fast that it became overwhelming. I began to notice signs and wonders that are very hard to put into words without sounding delusional in today's world. Regardless of what some may say, there is no doubt in my mind that God's power is infinite and greater than what we can imagine. Now, the things that He asked me to do didn't make sense to a wretched sinner like myself. And some of what He asked me to do still doesn't. And we are not meant to know our Father's business. But a lot of it makes perfect sense after I look back on it. I was working for a great company, driving truck, and making good money for 8 years. But inside, I was very unhappy. And it began to take its toll. But the Lord made it abundantly clear He wanted me to quit my job and follow Him. I was shaken to my core. I was so worried about my finances and how I was going to take care of my family. I tried to fight against it, but the more I fought it, the louder the Lord got in my life. Even to the point of not being able to sleep at night. Needless to say, but I am no match for the Lord, and I gave in. I quit my job. That was in the beginning of December. At this point, I was so worried about my children's Christmas and how I was going to come up with money, the money to pay for it and the money to pay our bills at the same time. But do you know what? Right before Christmas, after my last paycheck came in, I received a huge blessing. My boss, that had no obligation to, gave me my Christmas bonus, which helped us tremendously. And I was able to draw out my 401k also before it tanked. My family had a great Christmas. That's not the end of it, though. It was just the beginning. The next part was very heart-wrenching, and the hardest thing I have ever done in my whole life. The Lord had begun repeatedly been telling me to leave my family and walk with Him. From the weeks before Christmas until the 28th of December, when I gave in to Him. Again, I tried to fight against it. I didn't understand why God would want me to do such a thing. But after going through it, I learned that God is much wiser, loving, and greater than we can understand. I had left in the middle of winter with a backpack, 3 hoodies, 2 pairs of pants, 3 pairs of socks, underwear, $300, and about $800 worth of silver coins I was saving, and a pocket knife, all in a regular backpack, and left at like 9 p.m. at night. And I'm located in the northern hemisphere, which is cold during the winter. I was very distraught and confused, but Jesus kept on telling me it would be just fine and that He would take care of me. I was very afraid, but He kept me going, and that first night I walked probably like 6 to 7 hours at night. And throughout the whole night, I broke down, I cried. But Jesus kept telling me, He kept telling me, just keep going and I will take care of you. And over the next few days, that $300, the money that I took with me, the silver, told me to give it all away. And I did. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I'd take care of you. And He did. I started giving my money away in person, and He told me that was wrong. He said that I was doing that to satisfy myself and to make myself feel good. And then I got a message to give it away. So giving it away anonymously. So that's what I did. I gave it to charity, and I'm not looking for any kind of reward for it or anything. I don't want it. God has told me that I need to be humble, and He has taught me that He's taught me so many things.